But the reason there are so many throwbacks and alternates being released this summer is that from 2013 through last year, the NFL had what was called the one shell rule, which was a rule that said teams could only have one helmet color. You could change the way that one helmet color was decorated. And so for some teams, they could like swap out the decals and the striping tape and create a different helmet design, like a throwback helmet design in some cases. Like the Dolphins have been doing that for years, for example. They just use their white primary helmet and turn it into a white throwback helmet. But for a lot of teams, their throwback look required a different helmet color, and they weren't able to do it while the one shell rule was in effect. The rule was lifted last year. We saw a few new throwbacks, but there were some supply chain issues in the NFL, like in so much the rest of the world because of the pandemic. This year, though, it's like the dam burst, and we're seeing so many new throwbacks, so many new alternate helmets because of the lifting of that rule, including all the ones you're talking about. The Eagles couldn't do their Kelly greens because they had the midnight green shell. Buccaneers couldn't do their creamsicle throwbacks because they normally have the pewter shell. Now they can bring back the white helmet and slap Bucko Bruce on there. And that uniform, the creamsicles, is so interesting because it was really laughed at for so many years in the 70s and 80s, in part because the Buccaneers themselves were so bad, right? Like their first season in 1976, they went 0-14, the first modern NFL team to go winless in a full season. And generally speaking, they were not a good team during the creamsicle or Bucko Bruce era. But there's been a certain nostalgia, or I like to call it a reputational renaissance for that uniform. And I think part of it is that the Bucs have worn some bad uniforms over the years.